Another episode. Gas Network presents sports for the culture.
I'm here with the family.
Price, XXV, Double I,
Rome,
D-Malo,
Gruff Lion.
T-Buggy, man.
Just the greatest sports show on the planet. La Familia. Hope y'all ready for a ride.
Can't wait to hear what you guys got to say.
your boy Young Rome 22 here to host Gas presents sports for the culture. I got the guys with me. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves real quick, and then we're gonna get into tonight's show. Let's start with my man on the bottom.
T-Boogie, man. Y'all know who it is. Wash hands, wash ass. I'm back from the ATL, baby. Leaving back out for Cancun tomorrow, though. So, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of Carmen San Diego in me. Hey, it's been, I know it's off seasons and things like that, but it's been a little bit of sports going on, and Olympics coming up. So, I'm ready. I'm ready to have a good show.
Yeah, we're in the midst of the summer, the dog days as they call it. We got NFL training camp starting back up and some Olympics to talk about. But my man to the left, introduce yourself real quick.
What up, man? Scruff, aka two-time national champion head coach in my dynasty league, of course. I've been out here putting in them hard-earned hours. You feel me? But yeah, I think I'm officially out of the cave, ready to talk some sports.
Yeah, me myself, I got a little bit more recruiting to do when we get done here. But that college football 25 has been real nice. The nostalgia has been a great thing. Shout out to EA Sports, they got one with this. Me personally, I can't wait till Madden comes out so I can upload my roster for the NFL draft. I missed them days back in the early 2000s of doing that with the NCAA. But let's get into some of these topics here. I wanted to start with the WNBA All-Star Game, and then we'll get into a little bit of the NBA Olympics. But did you fellas have a chance to check out the WNBA All-Star Game at all?
I saw what I needed to see. I didn't actually watch it, but I did see the highlights.
Well, I mean, and correct me if I'm wrong, because this is my first year really paying attention to the WNBA. I'm not even going front, but have they always done the format of the Olympic team versus the NBA WNBA All-Star team?
Well, they can't do it every year because there's not Olympics every year, right? So I think it was unique that they had the opportunity to do it this year. I think it was a good play by them because basically you end up with a whole bunch of extra All-Stars, right? People that normally wouldn't have made the team for the All-Stars are going to be All-Stars this year. So like a girl like Angel Reese, who, is balling, don't get me wrong, she might have not been an All-Star in traditional formats because, I don't know how many they count is, but maybe I'm wrong. Feel free to correct me. But, because of those USA are on another team. But, yeah, I think what it showed, my biggest takeaway was what's shorty name from Dallas? Erica something. She a baller, bro. She a baller. She should have been on that Team USA. But they chose to go with, some very well established older veterans that have a lot of Olympic experience, with all due respect. But that girl Erica, she might be the best scorer in the league, up there with Aja Wilson. More of a wing though, but you know what I'm saying. Hell of a talent, though. I think she had a little something to prove there. But yeah, that was my biggest takeaway.
T, you got any takeaways from the WNBA All-Star Game?
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch it. I saw the numbers. I saw Erica get all them buckets, but that's what she does. I mean, if you've been following this season, she's a scorer. She scored volume scorer. So, but that's the exciting brand of basketball. But I thought it was a cool concept, though. Basically, you take this Olympic team, and then you play them against some of the people that should have been on the Olympic team. I think you know who I'm talking about, and you get to see what it looks like. And I also thought it was a cool way to kind of get an early preview, tune-up kind of game for the Olympic team. Not sure if they'll need it, but it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. I like what the WNBA is doing. That was one of the first smart decisions I've seen them make in a while, just to kind of get Angel and Caitlin out there against Team USA.
Hey, so does this prove your point then that Caitlin should have been on the Olympic team? I mean, the NBA All-Star WNBA All-Star team did technically win the game, so
I'm not gonna say prove my point, but kind of just shows that where they're at in the league right now, it's kind of hard to separate talent. I don't think the top is like way above the middle. You know what I mean? So you could interchange those pieces and still have an all-star team versus Team USA, regardless. But it does show that there is a lot of talent in the WNBA. There are a lot of girls that can really, really hoop, and hopefully, they get more viewers.
All right, and then my next question would be if the NBA adopted this, do you think what would the NBA All-Star team look like with the Olympic team already being set? And do you think it would go a similar route of the NBA All-Stars winning that game?
I think it would, but for a different reason. Just because there's so many international superstars. Basically what you would have would be the best from Team USA going against the best from the world, right? Because you'd have that other team will have Luka and Jokic and Shea off the rip. You feel me? And the Embiid thing, we're gonna leave that out. You feel me? But he on Team USA. But there's other Siakam, Giannis, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a hell of a squad. Not Oladipo. Wembanyama. You know what I'm saying? You name it, bro. Tons of European superstars. So yeah, I think if they did this in the NBA format, I think it would essentially be Team USA versus the world. And you put the world on one whole team, and the USA ain't gonna beat them like that, bro. It's not fair.
That's actually an excellent point. Would that be something y'all are interested in seeing? Like, if the NBA has a chance to run something like this, do you think they should take the shot?
No. We can't get a American All-Star. Europeans are running the league. The last thing we need to do is show the world that they're actually better than us. This is our sport. Right? Not doing that. Like, that's crazy. Like, no,
and it's not even a fair. It's not even a fair setup, because it's like you got 50-something countries against one. Like, that's crazy.
Nah, but this is America. We should be able to, you know what I'm saying? It's essentially the Olympics, right? It's a gold medal. You're going against all them other countries. Team USA should be able to beat the world and the world combined. Like, they should be. But considering how they played against South Sudan, I don't know that Team USA could beat the Wizards.
It's something to be said though for that, like, because South Sudan, I believe they had one NBA player on the squad, and then they had this dude named Marial Shayak, who was on the Sixers Summer League team. Who, with all due respect, he was like, you always try to see the best of these players in the Summer League. He was like a mix between KD and Tyrone Hill. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was a baller though in his own right. But he was nice, bro. He was cooking for South Sudan. But it goes to show, bro, them dudes like they're real serious about that when it comes to playing for their home country. And I believe Luol Deng is the coach. Shoot, if JJ Redick had the head coaching jobs, we might gotta take a look at Luol too.
I think Luol Deng is like running the program or something. And I think Royal coach. I can't remember. My brother. Man. I didn't actually read.
Royal Ivy from South Sudan.
I don't know. He could be a Benedict Arnold, but
yeah, I heard South Sudan doesn't even have an indoor court, bro. Like, what is Team USA doing? They should have blew them out the water. I think a lot of that has to do though with like these other countries. They play for their country, and they're like, yo, we got to knock USA out. Like, but USA is kind of just coming into it thinking they're going to coast through. Like, they need to show more juice for these games early on and not wait till the last second.
I think they got to get Kerr out of there. Like, every single time. How did Kerr get selected for this? He got gifted He got gifted Mark Jackson's team, and he's supposed to do. But when those guys,
he's winning, like he's got chips, right?
When those guys was hurt and all he had was Steph, he couldn't do a thing. Couldn't do a thing with the team last year. Refused to play his young guys. Like I'm not all in on Kerr. Maybe Popovich doesn't want to do it. But there's no way I'd let Brad Stevens coach that team before I let Kerr coach that team. I mean,
you mean Joe Mazzulla?
No, Brad Stevens. I'm not letting Mazzulla. Brad Stevens. but yeah, man, I'm putting a lot of this on Kerr. I'm putting a lot of this on the actual players, and I'm putting some of this on the NBA game. Is not the European game. It's just not. People blocking shots off the rim like when my kids play on the mini court. You know what I'm saying? Just goaltending crazy. The 3-point line is different. And those European guys are far more physical. And I'm going to tell you one more thing that is a great equalizer. You're not getting no calls just because you got a name, baby. You know what I'm saying? Just because your name is Ant or just because your name is Steph, you're not getting no call. Just no, this international play. You actually got to come to hoop. I think it was a good wake-up call for him. But Team USA versus the world, I don't want to see it.
It's definitely true, bro. Because Embiid was throwing up a lot of that bullshit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same bullshit I'll be hating during the season sometimes. It's like he gets it off, bro, because he gets to the line. It's a different game, bro. NBA is definitely the type of game where you can like take advantage of the fouls, and that becomes a whole nother element.
I mean, what I'm hearing is that the NBA is soft. That's what I'm hearing.
The NBA is built to entertain fans. So you want to see more scoring. Fans want to see points. They want parlays. That's what it is. That's what it's geared to. Scoring.
So on the same topic of Team USA, man, how do y'all think they're going to fare in the rest of these Olympics, man? You think the South Sudan thing is just a little hiccup? You think they'll get it together? You think they need KD back? Or to T's point, do you think they stuck in the mud with Kerr?
Nah, I think it's just a hiccup. I do agree with T that Kerr is not the best choice. I think me and T have both spoken about this. I don't know if it was on the show, but I'm not a big fan of Kerr. You know what I'm saying? With all due respect, I think he done up. I think don't think he's that good of a coach. But Coach K is retired, so like that's who they would have had, right? Because remember they went the route of the NBA coaches, and they went with Coach K because it was like they wanted to create a different culture, right? So Kerr, like I don't know, it's not that, but who else would you put in that position, right? Based on like achievements, Kerr being a coach of this team, it's going to be a little disrespectful, but it's a lot like Diana Taurasi being on the Team USA team for the women's. It's like, okay, you have the achievement, so we're going to put you here. That's kind of what it was.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
I get it, but they didn't do it for Caitlin, so. if we're just going to throw guys out there,
I ain't gonna hold you. Joe Mazzulla would have been a good choice. I'm not gonna hold you. He just won a chip. You got half the Celtics on there. You feel me? I would have added Jaylen Brown too. Shit, I would have.
Well, that's
why
enough.
not?
This isn't the best version of Team USA. Like, there's no way Halliburton's better than Brunson. I know Brunson's hurt, but this isn't the best version of Team USA. I mean, there's no Harden out there. Like, still missing a few guys.
Right, Harden isn't what he used to be, but I don't know if they want somebody out there doing all that dribbling.
Do you think when KD gets back, it'll make a bigger impact, or we done with KD?
No, KD is the European style big man. So yeah,
they need KD. They need KD for sure. They might gotta shake the lineups up a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying? They might gotta shake the lineups a little bit, try something different. My question is, do they still win the gold? You think you yes? Okay.
Yeah. I think this is
I personally think they're kind of a shoe in to win the gold. I think as long as they don't get in their own way.
I think they can match up with anybody. When I look at the field, I consider France to be the biggest challenger to the U.S. And I see their lineup, and I see Gobert and Wembanyama, which I admit is pretty talented front court. But we could match up with that. We could throw Embiid out there with Davis, or what you think? Nah.
Embiid, from a personality standpoint, I hate it, but I see what you're saying.
That would be a hell of a matchup. You got Embiid on Gobert, and we already know he's abused him. And then you got Ant Davis on Wembanyama. You know what I'm saying? And Ant Davis, he was kind of like Wembanyama-ish before Wembanyama. He was the freakish, lanky, tall guy.
It'll be fun to watch. I'll say that. You're right. That's probably how they match it up.
Who the guards for France?
For sure. That's what I was about to ask. I think we still got the favorable matchup here.
I don't know who the guards for France are. Bilal Coulibaly.
That's the problem. They don't got no guards.
Well, Sudan didn't need any guards, so I'm not sure. I don't think you got to be a world beater to guard Steph these days.
Nah, probably not.
Guarding Ant, that's a little bit different, but if Steph's gonna play a lot of minutes, yeah, I think you got a shot with anybody.
Now, I think once KD's back in the lineup, it's a wrap because the tease point from earlier, he fits the style of the Olympic play, and I think KD is still it, man. I think he's kind of slept on right now. I know he hasn't really been on his game the last few years in the NBA, but I think once he gets back on this Olympic squad, that puts him completely over the hump, and the gold is going to be essentially a cakewalk.
I mean, maybe they drop a game. The 30 for 30 is going to need some drama. Bron's going to need some drama in the script. So maybe they drop a game or go to overtime or something.
What did you think of LeBron's performance?
Bro.
What do I think about LeBron's performance?
Yeah, from the last game.
LeBron James or LeBron James Jr.?
I mean, y'all got into Bronny last week, right? Y'all want to Scruff? Were you on? You got any takes on Bronny?
Nah, I don't got no takes on Bronny, man. He'll be all
right. I don't know what y'all said. I don't know. Was y'all straight up saying that he didn't belong in the NBA? Is that what y'all saying?
No, Bronny belongs. I mean,
okay. Well, then if that's the case, y'all wasn't saying the right thing, man. With all due respect, he wouldn't be in the league if it wasn't for LeBron. I'm not saying he won't make it or he won't be bro. He don't look like based on this performance, he wouldn't even be making a team. He wouldn't even be making. He lucky he getting the invite to the training camp, bro. Based on his performance.
That's true, but he's on the team and he'll get 3 years to develop as a pro. I'm curious to see what that looks like as compared to 3 years of development and turning in term papers.
I hope he invests in his money in them 3 years. As soon as LeBron out of there, he out of there.
Dang. So Scruff, you basically saying bro is not a pro at all, any shape or way?
No.
Wow. Okay. Well, that'll kind of lead into this little segment I wanted to get into. It's called Agree or Disagree. So basically, I'm gonna give out a little statement. It could be sports related. I got a couple culture statements I might throw in there too. And you either going to agree or disagree. I'm gonna throw it to one of you. You give your little take, and then the other panelists want to jump in. If they agree or disagree with you, they can go ahead. So the first one I'm gonna throw out there, Scruff basically just gave his take on it. T, I want to hear your take on the same thing right now, man. Agree or disagree? LeBron James Jr. is only an NBA player because of his dad. Only because of his dad. If his last name was not James, he would not be in the NBA. Do you agree or disagree with that statement?
Agree.
So will you take it as far as Scruff that when Bron is done, Bronny James is done, or Bronny Jr. done too?
No. I think.
So you think he'll have some years in the league without his dad?
I think Bronny will play 6 to 8 years. No G League.
How many of those
think he's going to develop into a good player?
I think he'll develop into a role player.
I mean, I think that's the ceiling. I think the floor is where Scruff is what Scruff is describing. I tend to lean towards the floor on Bronny.
How old is Bronny?
He's like 19.
19-ish. Yeah.
Yeah.
Two more years, 3 more years, he'll be at his like physical peak. Yeah, and he's pretty explosive now. I mean, he's relatively explosive for his size, but yeah, I think he'll be fine. You get to learn from pros. Like I think that's invaluable. You spend 8 hours a day playing.
Yeah, you got a good point there.
I think he will play after LeBron retires. I think that first year or two without his dad in the league will determine a lot of how far or how long his career will actually last.
I mean, what if Bron
whether he makes it or not for beyond that to be determined, but the facts are the facts.
What
if his dad wasn't LeBron, he wouldn't have been drafted based on his performance. If there was another freshman who averaged 5 points a game, had a cardiac arrest, and all the shit that happened to him, he would go undrafted and he'd be going either back to school or playing overseas somewhere or for overtime elite.
I mean,
something.
Sure.
Overtime elite.
Sure. I mean, but that's not what happened. All right. His dad is LeBron. That's the king. Bronny is the prince. The prince is going to the throne. Like, I don't, unless there's some sort of crazy plot. Like, no, the king's going to the throne. I mean, the prince is going to the throne. Like,
I mean, I don't know.
What's to say LeBron retires? What's to say Bron doesn't pull a Udonis Haslem?
And do what?
Just play.
Player coach. I'm gonna just hang out with my son.
Yo, that might be the crystal ball right there, T. It really might. But let's keep it pushing. The next question I got is coming from the NFL. I don't know if y'all heard. Jordan Love is actually holding out of Packers camp. He's looking for a new contract. So my question for this one is going to go to Scruff. Jordan Love is holding out of camp. Do you agree or disagree that he is worth $50 million a year to be the starting QB for the Packers? Would you pay him?
Yeah, you got to. Yeah. What else you gonna do? Pretty much, like he balled out. You know, he balled out. He's replacing a Hall of Famer, and he balled out. He's a first round talent. Everything is there. And what's your ulterior? You got nothing else, bro. So you better pay the man. He's smart for holding his leverage up now. Feel me? He wasn't trying to do that Lamar shit. He said, "Nah, give me my money now." Like,
I do agree with that point.
First eligible opportunity, cut me the check. You know what I mean? Nah, it's a good move.
I do agree with that point. Love is very smart for striking while the iron's hot. He was on fire the second half of the season. First half of the season was a little but they won some playoff games. Like you said, if you're the Packers, what are your other options currently? So it was definitely smart by Love to play this card now. But is it, is he really worth the money? Has he really proven it? T, you would agree or disagree that Jordan Love is $50 million a year status?
I mean, where does that place him in the market of quarterbacks? Like, where does 50 million place you? Is that top 5 money?
Yeah, that's like the going rate. So I believe Dak will probably reset the market, but Jordan Love is looking to be top five paid right now.
Yeah, I mean, you got to pay the kid. He's not top 5 at all. I don't think he's top 10, but you got to pay the kid because it's not, contracts are not always about what is the person actually worth. It's what are they worth to you? You know what I'm saying? So if I don't have another option, then it's worth a lot to me. Like if this is the only girl I can get, I might have to take her. I might take her on a fancy date. Well, whereas you got a few options, you're gonna take her to IHOP. You know what I mean? But I don't have another option. Packers don't have another option. Smart move by Love. Good for him, man. The first chance you can get to secure your financial future, you do it. I'm happy for the guy. So he's gonna hold out, they're gonna pay him, and that's gonna be that.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think they definitely pay him. I don't see how they
like
don't
your
pay
metaphor, T.
I mean, it's a fact, though. You know what I mean?
Or T, because even stronger than that is if you was with a chick for 17 years and you had a chick in the wings and then you groomed her up, then you staying with that chick, bro. You got to.
Right.
You got to, bro. You got to.
All the time and energy and effort, and we built this offense around you, and yeah, like what you gonna do? Like a little bit of a asshole kind of move, but that's business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. It's smart business on Love's part. He's basically backing the Packers into a corner. They got no choice but to pay him. Hopefully, other young QBs learn from this. But to keep it pushing, let's keep it on the QB topic. I'm gonna move to the AFC East. Recently, I believe I think it was ESPN or somebody put out a list. They asked NFL execs and coaches who the top QBs were. Right? Obviously, they put Pat at the top. I believe they had Joe Burrow as number 2. Now, T, I know you've had some takes on Joe Burrow in the past, so this one's for you. Do you agree or disagree that Joe Burrow is the second best QB in the NFL right now?
No, he's not the second best QB. And on top of that, that list was fugazi. It was flawed. It was all right. I'm back. There we go, man. Microsoft, I don't know what y'all doing, but get it together. But we back. No, he's not top 2, bro. Like, come on now. That's crazy. Look, can he finish the season? We see that in the comments. Can he stay healthy? He got replaced by a guy that came in and seemed to be as productive. So, no, not number 2. I don't know who these execs. What's an exec? What's an NFL exec? Like an accountant? the PR guys? Like, who are these execs?
Top social media.
Yeah, like, are they taking polls in the break room? Like, some of these, I've seen multiple lists now, and some of these lists, I'm just looking at like, these guys probably just play Madden. I don't get it.
Yeah, I agree. Placing Joe Burrow as number 2 is crazy to me. But the next one we're gonna keep it pushing is for Scruff. Still some QB talk. Despite not playing more than 4 snaps last season, agree or disagree, Aaron Rodgers is the best QB in the AFC East.
AFC East. Absolutely not. I'm going to say Josh Allen is the best QB in the AFC East. With all due respect to Aaron Rodgers, he got to prove it a little bit. Believe it or not, it's crazy to say, but he got to prove it a little bit, man. Josh Allen been balling, bro.
So you're gonna stick with Josh Allen above Aaron Rodgers, despite all of Rodgers' accolades. You know, he's coming back healthy this season. Looks ready to go so far. You still giving the edge to Josh Allen?
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna go with the young fella with the legs on him, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Versus the guy who just leg just crapped out on him last year.
I'm asking because I remember you were pretty high on the Jets and Aaron Rodgers last year. I believe if we would have run the tape, pretty sure you had them locked as the Super Bowl champs before Rodgers got hurt.
Oh, yeah, I did. Jets look pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, they got a good team. But you're asking about a quarterback here only, right?
That's fair.
So no, that's the reason I picked Josh Allen. Josh Allen's a better quarterback. The Bills will be in contention this year solely because of Josh Allen. Whereas the Jets will be in contention this year probably because of Aaron Rodgers, because of Garrett Wilson, and mostly because of the defense.
I think this might be a tough year for Josh Allen. This will say a lot about who Josh Allen truly is. I've never been big on him. We can run the tape on some of that too. But T, would you agree or disagree on Aaron Rodgers' best QB in the AFC East?
No, man. This man old, foot and on, eating the ayahuasca root. Like, bro, he's not. No. What have you done for me lately? What have you done, Aaron Rodgers? Lied about coming back? No. He's the best entertainer. He's not the best quarterback.
When you put it like that, all he's done really is lied. He lied about coming back, lied about the vaccine. He lied about a lot of stuff.
Probably about to start lying about VP Harris. Like, I know him like a book. Get him out of here. Get him off the table.
All right, let me throw a little culture topic on this next one, man. Y'all like this one. T, agree or disagree? House of Dragons and Game of Thrones are the best show and prequel combination ever.
Show and prequel.
Not so you can't just stand on, Game of Thrones is the best. Show and prequel combination.
Ooh, that prequel variable changed it a little bit, but Game of Thrones. I like Spartacus. That had a good prequel. I liked what else? There's been a couple shows with prequels, but no, Game of Thrones by far, House of Dragons, because just by nature how strong Thrones is just carrying House of Dragons. So yes.
Okay, same question to you, Scruff. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree. Only because Star Wars is not a show. But if you said just prequel, whatever, then Star Wars would be in the conversation. And I'm not even a Star Wars guy.
Me either.
That's fair. So let me rephrase it then, because I feel like Game of Thrones has kind of transcended just shows in general anyway. So when it comes to prequels in general, T, would you leave it at that even if we threw in movies?
Yeah, typically prequels suck.
Yeah,
typically, but
even you said that Game of Thrones is holding up House of Dragons. So how would you rank House of Dragons as far as prequels then?
I like the show, but I think the problem is, like, if we watched House of Dragons first, I think people would like it. But Game of Thrones it's in the shadow of something monumental. It's Bronny James, if you will.
No, it's not.
So it wouldn't even be a show without him.
I'm joking. It's just that House of Dragons in the shadow. So, but as a prequel, it's good. But it's hard, man. I would need to see like a list of the prequels. So off the top of my head, I'm gonna go with House of Dragons and Thrones. But yeah, I have to really think about that one. But typically, prequels are money grabs. Like, the story wasn't written. This is a rare one where the prequel was already written. You know what I'm saying? Game of Thrones actually was the end.
Yeah, it's terrible when they just make the prequel up out of thin air. But it seems like the Game of Thrones House of Dragons combo has been a good one. I haven't seen any fans complain about it for real. So that's a sign of a good prequel.
It's just so interconnected. I don't know how you complain about one without complaining about the other.
Fair enough. All right, man. I don't know if we got any other topics really lined up for today. I think we had the Receiver show on Netflix lined up. I don't know if anybody's been peeping that. We could kind of just open that up into what are you watching in general.
Shoot, I'm not watching that Receiver show. I'm odd. Like, I don't really watch Hard Knocks and the life of the athlete type shows for whatever reason. I don't really get into that too much. But watching The Boys. I am watching Mayor of Kingstown. I am watching Presumed Innocent on Apple. Great show. So that's kind of what I'm watching right now.
Yeah, I just finished the Boys finale or whatever. I don't want to give any spoilers, but personally, I kind of thought it ended well, right? It ended, like the way most finales would end. But I kind of thought it was like an 8, and I was looking for like a 9 or a 10. So,
I mean, we got one more season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, I'm gonna finish it tomorrow on my flight. I downloaded it, but I'm waiting. But Mayor of Kingstown, I don't know why. Probably because it's on Paramount. Man, it's best show on TV. I hands down, it's better than House of Dragons. Like, it's on season 3. Every season is good. I don't know. I just love it.
Yeah, Mayor of Kingstown is definitely one of them shows. Scruff, you got anything?
Shit, man, I ain't gonna hold you, man. I just been watching House of Dragons, man. That's the only thing I've been watching. That's it. That's it. But I agree with you, T. I don't watch sports movies. I mean, movies like fictional. Like I'm not really like. Besides The Last Dance, I wasn't really into sports documentaries.
Right.
And I don't like the behinds. I'm good on all that, bro. I'm good. Like if I want to watch sports, I'm gonna watch sports, actual sports being played. You feel me? I'm not gonna watch a story about sports. It's like my girl was like, we got to build a bookshelf behind me. Like, we got to fill up the bookshelf. She was looking at all my books and she was like, why ain't you got no books about sports? You love sports. And I'm like, because I watch sports. I don't read sports. That's the difference. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel you, T. But yeah, man. No, I ain't watching much, man. I'm really just I need that football back, man. I've been watching a little bit of the Team USA. I watched Summer League during when that was happening, but yeah, I'm over it now, bro. I'm at the point where I'm on Game of Thrones. I'm working. I legit. Shorty came home tonight, and I was in the living room, and I ain't have nothing on, like no TV, no game, nothing. Wow. Like, what are you doing here? I'm just enjoying the peace and quiet.
Just vibe.
Just enjoy the peace and quiet, man.
Yeah,
just vibing, bro.
It's a lot of good TV out, but yeah, I ain't really had the time, man. To be honest with you, so I got my 3 shows that are still airing, and well, I guess The Boys is over, so I need to pick something else up. But I feel like we're missing some shows. I feel like some shows are due back, and like where's P Valley, man? Like, it's some shows that
Bel Air is about to drop back in August, and there was something else that's about to drop. I seen
P Valley is trash.
Got to be some fall shows.
P Valley is trash.
I mean, P Valley is not.
Bel Air is trash. A lot of shows I like are falling. Like, they're getting old, man. Like I used to watch Power, but man, I'm so over this shit, bro. Like, I thought I gave it another chance and figured I'd watch the new season. I ain't gonna lie, I did watch that. But I'm watching this shit and I'm like, bro, who wrote this, bro? Who wrote this stuff, bro? Like, this is horrible. And I'm just looking at it. I'm like, yo, this is so dumb, bro. And I'm like, I see why they're canceling it after this season, bro. I think 50 really, he had things popping for a little while where, they had give him all these deals and shit. He about to go blow. He about to be his career as a content creator. It might be go a lot like his rap career, bro. Because like he had a strong first one, and then he had a couple of good ones, and you're like, okay, he got some shit. Then all of a sudden it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this Power Book 2 is feeling a lot like Curtis. You know what I'm saying? It is. It is, man. He about to get all his shit canceled. I ain't gonna hold you. The only thing that's gonna save him is that Diddy documentary.
I was going to say, he got
that joint good.
He got that Diddy doc, man.
Hey, that's a guarantee. Yeah, that's a guaranteed hit, though. Like, everybody's gonna watch it.
Man,
it would be a hit, but after that, what's he gonna do? Because all this crime shit that he been doing, it's getting played out, bro. It's getting played out, bro. He better go get Jonathan Majors.
For me personally, bro, those type of stories, that type of script, that's been played out for me. It's never really been as done as well as The Wire did it anyway. So like after The Wire, it was kind of just like weak attempts at it for me. People hyped up Power. I could never really get into it though.
Yeah, you know what else I just thought of with that Jonathan Majors joint? If Jonathan Majors did somehow find his way in Power, that would very much be the end of his career and Power at the same time, bro. Like, cause come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Nah. Yeah. Oh, I did watch Loki, the end of that. That was really good, actually. It's kind of old. I know. I'm kind of late. Oh, you know what else I saw? That movie called Inside Out. Y'all ever see that?
Oh yeah, I love Inside Out. I saw both. I saw the first one and the second one when they came out. I took my niece to the first one. The second one is like that. It's a very good children's movie for like mental health and like, you know what I'm saying? Like they do a good job of sneaking some good messages in there.
Is that the one with the red guy that be screaming?
Yeah. So basically, bro, it's like you're in the brain, right? And like the whole time, every person, every character inside the brain is working in this like center where they're like pushing buttons and, pulling stuff and, basically, and each character is an emotion. So you got like joy, and you got anger, and you got sadness and fear, whatever,
all of them,
fear, whatever. The anger one is funny as hell. He'd be like, he'd be coming up there with the attitude and shit. He'd be like, "Yo, let me in there. I'm about to fuck shit up." Shit be funny as hell, man. But nah, it's real life. It's I like that movie, bro. It just got a good message because it's like, you got a lot of emotions going on, and like you gotta. The joy was the leader, clearly, right? So it's like you gotta let joy lead, bro. Even if it doesn't make sense, you gotta lead with joy, bro. Like that's gonna keep you away from all the bullshit, right? But the other shit's gonna happen sometimes too, and sometimes you can't even control it, But you can try to. You just have to kind of be aware of it, right?
It definitely has the message of like you gotta be in tune with all your emotions, right? Like you can't just tuck sadness away because you don't fuck with it. Like you gotta. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know how to handle it. The second one is good too because it's about growing up and how other emotions come into play, like anxiety and all types of shit. So that's another one Disney hit out the park, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely check that second one out.
Hey, my kid's been down to watch it, but we just been crazy busy, so.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, that's a good family movie for sure.
Yeah, I took that was the first movie my 5-year-old. That was the first one I took him to go see in the theater.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out. Like I've only seen little clips of the red guy, so I just knew. But yeah, give me something to watch on a flight. Who knows?
Dang, first one in the theater is a big one. Like I still remember the first movie I ever saw in the theaters.
What was it?
Because it was like such an experience. It was Flintstones.
Yeah, I remember seeing that joke too in the theater.
I'm a little older than y'all, man. The first movie I saw in theaters was Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah,
bro, how old were you?
Right, that's what I was about to say.
6, 7.
7?
Maybe 7, 8.
You was in the theaters watching Silence of the Lambs?
Yeah. Mom took me.
What?
Yeah, but the first movie I ever seen in theaters was Harlem Nights. My mom took me to that joke.
Harlem Nights. That's
a little bit better. I had no business.
Silence of the Lambs at 7, bro. What I gotta talk to your mom, bro.
Movie guy. He's a movie guy.
That's crazy.
He used to take me.
Yeah, nah. My shit was so family friendly. It was the Flintstones. I'm just like, oh, okay, this is lit. And I'm like, oh, that's the guy from Roseanne. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Putting it all together. I'm like, yo, this is wild. Yeah, right. Good times. Good times.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. Anybody got anything else they want to get off before we get out of here?
No, I just really can't wait until the Olympics, man. I really want to see what's going to happen in track. I've been following Noah Lyles and the Jamaicans, and he's dating a Jamaican sprinter. So there's been a little back and forth about that. I'm waiting to see what happens in men's basketball. I'm waiting to see if Simone Biles doesn't quit on the team this year. So it's a lot of storylines, that is going to come out of Paris.
Hey, you leave Simone alone,
will be
man.
one to watch.
Leave Simone alone. Look, man, I'm a red-blooded American, and what she did was unpatriotic. Hopefully,
hey, I like Simone Biles.
Yeah, I'll fuck with Simone, but as a red-blooded American, now is the time to uplift our Black sisters on their journeys, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, bro. We do definitely have to do that.
Good luck with
that. I mean that was something I was going to throw out there too that I left off with the agree or disagree. Does politics have a place in sports? Real quick, just a quick answer on that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Scruff? Yeah, I agree too.
Yeah.
And with that, we'll end the show. We'll touch on some stuff at a later date. But yeah, man, y'all know how we end every show, man. As always, sports for the culture.
Sports for the culture.